Petitioning Prime Minister of Canada Justin Trudeau. Revoke the legalization of marijuana by K. Wang. Signed by 9 people as of this recording. Here we go. In August 2018, Canada will officially legalize marijuana. Yes! How do you feel about the fact that in less than 7 months, Canada will legalize a drug that has been condemned and has been illegal for years? Probably the same way that the people in the 1930s felt about the repealing of prohibition. It's about damn time. It is long overdue. We've spent so much time on arresting people for possession of marijuana, smoking marijuana, and selling marijuana, so why are we legalizing it? You've actually given a pretty good reason why. All that time, money that is being spent enforcing these pot laws could be used in other areas of law enforcement. Like, for example, the money that they're being used to enforce these laws could go to online predator units. You know, the units that scour the internet for people who prey on children, or to bust people who are in possession of or are creating child pornography, or any other more serious crimes than someone simply partaking in an herb. Smoking marijuana is much more dangerous than smoking a cigarette. I very much doubt it. If that was true, then potheads would be dropping like flies. Cigarettes cause lung problems and mouth problems. Yes, we know that. We know that cigarettes cause lung and throat cancer. That's a well-known fact. But what does this got to do with marijuana? If it, like I said before, if it was worse than cigarettes, nobody would smoke it. I've heard this argument that smoking one joint is equivalent to smoking an entire pack of cigarettes in one breath. If that was true, nobody would smoke it, because the moment you took one little toke of a joint, people would die. This is fear-mongering. Marijuana causes mental drug use disorder. Okay, yes it can. I'm not denying it. However, you want to know what else causes mental disorders? Alcohol. But yet, that's legal. And we should look towards what happened with alcohol in the United States in the 1920s as a good reason to legalize pot, because it's the exact same situation. All keeping it illegal has done is create a black market. Sure, the black market will still exist, but if there is a legal alternative, hey, there are other things you can get people on. If an average of 800,000 people in Canada die every year from secondhand smoking a cigarette, how much do you think it is with marijuana? More than likely, not nearly as high. Marijuana is not more dangerous than cigarettes. At best, it might be the same. But that's pushing it. Are there medical issues dealing with pot? Yes. But That could be said about every legal substance, whether it's alcohol, caffeine, or psychiatric drugs. And then, of course, there are the people who take marijuana for medicinal purposes. I know personally of people who are multiple sclerosis who smoke pot in order to alleviate their pain. By making marijuana legal, it will be easier for them to gain access to it. Now, I know the laws have changed over the last few years, and that's all good and fine and dandy, But there still have been cases where people who are taking pot because of a medical condition that they have been arrested. These are not hardened criminals. These are just people who are taking a drug that has proven to help alleviate any kinds of aches and pains that they are suffering from due to their medical conditions. By legalizing it, you get rid of that worry. You won't have the police inadvertently busting somebody who has multiple sclerosis and smokes pot in order to alleviate their pain. That by itself is good enough reason to legalize the product. That's something that the anti-legalization side seems to forget. Instead, they go around saying this stuff that comes from that old movie, Reefer Madness, or saying stuff like, smoking marijuana is much more dangerous than smoking a cigarette. No, it's not. If that were true, as I said before, nobody would smoke it because they would die almost instantly. If what people have said about smoking a joint was true. Where's your research on this? Where do you get your facts from about this? If you want Canada to turn out this way, then fine, but I do not. And I hope others feel the same way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who do feel the same way as you. Congratulations on having the same viewpoint as the drug dealers, who of course oppose the legalization of marijuana because it will be cutting into their profits. The ironic thing about it is that the anti-side are the ones who come off like they're high on something. Their arguments are so ridiculous, and it's just pure fear-mongering at this point. They know they've lost the argument, so they try to raise alarm bells about marijuana being more dangerous than cigarette smoking, hopefully preying on people's ignorance about what weed is. They're not legalizing cocaine. They're not legalizing crack. They're legalizing a drug that at worst is as bad as drinking alcohol. But has actual medical benefits to it. And as I said before, all the money that's being spent enforcing the drug laws could be spent elsewhere to catch actual scumbags and not teenagers with a hydro set up in their basement and aging hippies.